I just don't think there's anything that extraordinary about it. It's what everyone should be doing at all times. You know, community is built on, you know, a group of people taking care of one another, whether it's through, you know, delivering something to your neighbor who may not be able to go to the grocery store, or, you know, maybe serving in your church, or getting involved in politics. I serve on the things that I'm really interested in. That's why I love the airport. I would serve on the airport board. That's why I work with the Arizona Community Foundation, because it builds that philanthropy. It's nothing extraordinary. I've just been really lucky. And if you look carefully, everyone in your community is doing a little bit of that. They're doing it quietly, and they're doing it because that's part of the social contract. Well, it's so funny you ask that, because, you know, voting is actually more than an ability. It's a responsibility, and it's hugely meaningful for people like me. I'm an immigrant to this country. I'm a naturalized citizen. So to me, it's part of what I signed up for. It's a duty to vote. And I will tell you, sometimes, you know, if it's in the middle of summer and it's a local school board election or a bond, it is quite something to get up that early and head over to the little local polling station. But it is absolutely your responsibility. It's the way we actually influence our society as a group. It's literally the American way. And right now, more than ever, I know it's an odd time to be talking about voting in the middle of a, you know, in the middle of a healthcare crisis that is worldwide. But in some ways, it's even more important right now that we not only help one another, but we also vote and participate. And our elections are coming up. Our election is coming up here in this community. And if you are interested in voting in this presidential campaign, the deadline here in Maricopa County is October 1st. And you can vote online, and you can vote by mail. You can vote permanently by mail, or if you just want to vote this time by mail because of COVID, you can arrange to do that. And don't forget, you also get a little sticker that says, "I voted." When I was living out of state and was voting elsewhere, I went to go vote and found and waited after I had given my ballot, and sat there and waited for my sticker. And I didn't realize that that's an Arizona thing. So I remember the ballot sitting there with the balloster, and she said, "Okay, thank you." And I said, "I'm waiting for my sticker." And she said, "There's no sticker." And I was so disappointed. But yeah, it's a responsibility. Oh, it's to just get involved in whatever way, little way that you're interested. You know, I started my first campaign. I was, I think, somewhere around 15 years old. It was I was maybe 16 years old. It was for Carolyn Warner, which is a name I think a lot of longtime residents here in Arizona will remember. She was running for our governor at the time, and she was our longtime school board superintendent. And so I was doing nothing more than feeding envelopes into a stamp machine back when, way before social media. This was the early 80s, when we would actually mail things to people and run these machines with stamps. And the funny thing is that years later, back in the 2000s, she did not win that election, but in the 2000s, I remember sitting at a dinner with her where she and I were talking about that election. Of course, she doesn't remember me because I was a young volunteer, but it was the start of my civic engagement, and I've worked on a lot of campaigns since then. And at that time, it was the early 2000s, and you know, we were joking, and I was trying to show her how to use different apps on her phone, and she was absolutely delighted. And I thought, wow, this has all come full circle in this community. It's how you meet so many like-minded people, and working together, all doing your part, to pursue and push some issue, some candidate, that's real joy.